George Eliot once said, "You're never too old to be what you might have been." And what this means is that age is just a number, and you already know that. I'm sure you know people in your life who are 55 but act like they're 15 years old still. And you probably know some younger people who are 16, 17, 18 years old, and you feel like you're talking to a wise 60-year-old man. Because again, age really is just a number, but our society likes to put rankings and certain connotations attached to what it means for your age and how you should act and how you should be. But who's making up these rules? Who makes the rules for your life? Do you allow yourself to be free and live by your own rules? Or do you allow yourself to fit into the small box that society tries to put you into? If you're watching this video, I'd venture out to guess that you've always been a black sheep, or a little bit different from those that you grew up around, those that may have judged you and you didn't quite fit in, whether it was friend groups or even family members. And people have always said, you're supposed to be married by this age, you're supposed to get a job and put in a 401k, and then maybe if you're lucky, you'll retire with a good pension by 55, maybe 65, and then you can finally start living your life. These are all restrictions and stipulations that you didn't make up. It's that society has created to try to control you into being someone who you're not, which is a reason why so many people are unhappy. So in this video, we're talking about the false beliefs and limitations around age and what it means to act your age and where you should be in your life. And more importantly, to create a new mindset that allows you to be free and move into and grow into becoming that version of you that you've always wanted to be. The people who judge you on where you're currently at in your life, wherever currently you are, as if there's some magical place that you're supposed to be, right? That you graduate and have a college degree and a corporate job by 22, you should be really married and have your first kid and buy your first house by 25, 26, or 30. Again, who's making this stuff up? That's not you. It's never been you. You've never fit into the mold. And I'm sure if you've tried to fit into that mold, it's brought nothing but pain and misery and confusion and failure, because you are destined for a different path. So I'm here to remind you that whatever that path is, whether you have discovered it or not, it doesn't matter what your age is. That path is meant for you. And do not let the restrictions, especially around age or timing of your life, to be dictated by those around you and society. You're meant to forge a path that's unique to you. And that unique path to you has a unique timing for your own life. So sure, some people may figure it out at 14, 15, 16 years old and be groomed into their purpose and position in life and what they're meant to do. But some people may not figure it out until they're 40, 50, 60, 70. They might not figure it out until they're 80 and go, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to do X, Y, and Z. Now, of course, don't take this out of context. If you're 55 and had a dream of joining the NBA, you're probably not going to be able to join the NBA. But again, I'm someone who is open to the limitless possibilities of life. So who am I to say that you can't do that? So what I would recommend is that you get clear on what it is you want in your life and really understand your belief system as it pertains to age and timing, if it's too late, if it's too early, if you're someone who says that to yourself and goes, well, I can't do that, I'm too old now. Or man, it's so funny, right? Or give an example of what I'm talking about when it comes to age restrictions. I'm in my late 30s, but I physically feel like I'm in my 20s. I'm better than I was when I was in my 20s. I'm stronger, I'm smarter, I'm more knowledgeable, I'm more disciplined, and on top of my exercise routines and doing yoga and meditation. So not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, I feel like I'm barely starting the prime of my life, but I'm in better shape than I was in my 20s, even though, sure, I may have gotten injured or something in my 20s. Maybe I had healed quicker because that's how the body is. I'm in better shape physically now than I've ever been in my life, really. And I always hear people say, oh man, it's just part of getting old. Oh, yeah, I can't do that anymore. Oh, I got bad knees. It's just part of getting older. That's a bunch of bullshit. As a trainer and someone who is in tune with their body and has trained hundreds and hundreds of people, to be in the best shape of their lives in their 60s and 70s, age is just a number. And that's just something people say. And it's all BS. So it's never too late to become who you might have been. My yoga teacher, she's in her late 60s. I can only dream of doing the things that she's capable of doing in her 60s. And here I am in my late 30s, nowhere close. So however you are with your body, for instance, if you think that, oh, I'm having pains, it's just part of getting older. No, it's because you probably stopped doing the things to keep your body young. You probably haven't been on top of your nutrition and your sleep. You haven't been stretching and exercising in the way that's your body is asking for at this current state in your life in order to maintain a youthful, healthy, vibrant, vigorous body and vitality. So it has nothing to do with age. So that's one restriction or one limitation on age that I often hear. That's BS. So let's talk about career and money, which is another big area for all of us as people, right? So, okay, great. Maybe you're not where you want to be financially at this point in your life, at this stage in your life. Maybe by now you're in your 50s, you thought you'd be a millionaire. So what? Who cares if you're not there yet? Right now is the time to start. You had to go through all those lessons in the earlier decades of your life to understand bad money management, what it means about income, investing, all these important things that wealthy people practice maybe from a young age. And so age doesn't matter. You know people as well as I do, again, that got rich young. They had something happen, they came into a lot of money, and they became multimillionaires at the age of 27. But then they were broke by the time they were 33 because they didn't learn the necessary skills to build that wealth and maintain it correctly. You also know people who've been broke their whole lives who finally figured it out, who became multimillionaires in the later stages of their life and had a life of stability. What's my point with all of this stuff I'm talking about? My point is age is just a number and it absolutely has nothing to do with your life. So let go of age as a restriction and timing of your life and trust that you're exactly where you need to be doing the things you need to do in order to manifest that vision. What matters the most for you to create this happiness and overcome this belief in limitation is to get clear, crystal clear on the vision that you want for your life. How do you want to live? How do you want your money and finances to be? What do you want for purpose and passion and work to do something that's meaningful in your life? What do you want your romantic, intimate partnership to be like? Who is that partner? What do you want your social connections to like? Your social network, your social life to be like? What do you want your health to be like? How do you want to feel when you wake up? How does it smell? How does it taste? What is your workout routine? How do you eat? How do you think? How do you operate? How are you as an individual? All that matters is that you get crystal clear on that vision and then begin to work backwards and embody a little more each day, a little bit, and improve becoming that version of you. And little by little, as you work on shifting your mindset internally and connecting with your vision, you will begin this process of transformation, of powerful change into becoming that best version of you that you do imagine. And because as George Eliot says, it's never too late to become who you've always meant to be. So connect with the vision, get clear, let go of age as a number. And if we look at, it's funny, another one I always think of is relationships, right? And people will say, oh, he's too old for you. Oh, he's too young for you. You can't date a younger guy. Oh, she's too young for you. Oh, no, you're in your 20s, man. You can't date someone who's in their, you can't date this woman, she's in her 30s. Whoever said that love has an age limit? Whoever said that caring for someone deeply, having a meaningful connection with someone you have something in common with and want to develop a beautiful relationship with, who said that there's a certain age? Again, all that age is a restriction and a limitation and one more way for society and other people to project their own limitations onto you. The opportunity for you is to recognize this, become aware of it, and overcome these instilled limitations because they're not yours, they were never yours to begin with. They were simply programmed into your mind by people around you, family members, friends, teachers, society, social media, etc. So don't ever feel like it's too late to get started. Oh man, I've always wanted to become an artist, but I can't do that because, oh, it's too late now. I can never do anything with that. Who says? Who says? Maybe you have a talent waiting to be unlocked that you simply never stepped into because you think it's too late. Or on the flip side, if you're too young and you want to do something that typically older people do. You're like, man, I'm 18, but how can I be a motivational speaker? I don't have this life experience that all these other people. Who cares? How inspirational is that, that you're a young person who's figured out what they want in life and you're pursuing it? Who's to say that you don't have wisdom and lessons that people can't learn from at a young age? Age is simply a restriction, both old and young. It doesn't matter, because who you are on the inside, your being, the way that you think, the way that you move and act and interact with others, your habits, your discipline, how you carry yourself, all of these things are the things that matter. And it doesn't matter what age you are, because regardless of what age you are, these things can be transformed. These things can be changed. These skills can be learned. It doesn't matter if you're 18. At 18 is a perfect time to begin. You have so much time to become a master orator, understanding diction, syntax, what it means to move an audience, to tell stories, to connect in a meaningful way. Who cares if you're 50 and want to start a career in music? Who cares? Go pick up an instrument. Who's to say in 6 and 7 years you don't unlock this natural talent and this true passion, what you're always meant for? You end up writing a song that becomes a hit. Maybe you don't become a crazy rock star, or maybe you do. Who knows? Who's to say? The world is full of endless and limitless possibilities, and anything that you can dream of can be achieved. It's a matter of your belief system, and you're willing to change and transform into that version of you that can carry out and live that dream. So that's what I have for you today, guys. Do not let age be a limitation one way or the other. I'm too old for this. I'm too young for that, blah, blah, blah. Age has nothing to do with it. Sure, you are aging biologically. At some point, you're going to die. We all are. But it doesn't mean that age gets to be an excuse for you limiting your happiness and building the life that you want. Love you guys so much. That's what I have for you today, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Peace.